Listen, Joshua, I don't think any of us could guess what the Browns are going to do with
No.
their five quarterbacks. Okay.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Graveyard Shift Sports, your midnight snack of sports talk.
We are back and we're here to catch you up on everything you missed, or at least explain it better than your husband does.
Or your
I know
girlfriend,
he's not doing
boyfriend,
it right.
coworker, anybody.
Whoever is explaining things poorly, we are here to do better. So hit the subscribe button, find us on Instagram and TikTok. We've got new episodes every Monday. Yeah, stick around, have fun. Join us in the world of sports, at least football and basketball,
Sometimes swimming.
mainly. Sprinkling some swimming, some baseball. Yeah,
Beef happening right now in the swimming world.
that is true. That is true. Michael Phelps and oh, yeah. Okay, so we'll talk about that. But we
Yeah.
also here's what else is on the menu this week. We got preseason football going on, so we're going to talk about some rookie performances that were popping off. We've got some WNBA injury updates and an update on the infamous sex toy situation
Scandal, could you
that
call it?
is
On
going on there.
on some courts. Yeah.
Is it a scandal? Maybe. I don't know. Situation,
Interesting.
I feel like fits better.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's what's on the menu for today. But yeah. Oh, also, countdown to football time in Tennessee is only as of today, August 10th. We've got 20 days.
20 days.
That is, quick math, less than 3 weeks.
That's that math degree.
That is that math degree coming in handy. Yep, I can divide by 7 and, yep.
Boom, bam. Not too many people can do that.
Not too many people can. That is true. But anyway, back to what's important. We didn't plan on talking about this, but I feel like it's important that we update the world on what is going on with the swimming world.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, so Michael Phelps and who else was it?
Ryan Lochte.
And Ryan Lochte. Not super happy with the state of USA swimming at the moment.
No. So,
Yeah.
from the way that I was reading it, basically they called out USA Swimming as a whole. And I think part of it comes down to how they are handling the team and how the coaching is going. But additionally, with how the team is performing as a whole. So you've got people like Caleb Dressel coming out this week and saying, hey, I just want to get back to where I was back in 2019 through or 2016 through 2021 and finding a way to get back to my level of competition that I was at that point and trying to figure out how I can do that so that I can be ready for the 2028 Olympics. So you got people talking about that, but then the beef that's happening with that, like Ryan Lochte and Michael Phelps are posting about. USA Swimming came out and said, "Hey, we reached out to Rowdy Gaines. We've reached like have an open door policy with everyone that's like either current or former competitor for USA Swimming. Want it to be as good of an ecosystem as it can be." To which Phelps responded and said, "I can personally say that I know that they have not reached out to Rowdy Gaines, so this is a bad lie. Additionally, they treated me like a piece of meat when I was competing for them for years." So, uh, yeah, it sounds like a pretty toxic work environment over at USA Swimming. I think what they're looking for is new leadership at the helm and for it to, get whipped into shape as far as actual like coaching goes. So stay tuned. I don't know, but if you've got Michael Phelps and Ryan Lochte calling you out, like two of the
Yeah.
most prolific swimmers in the world over the
Something is going
last,
on.
yeah, quarter of a century. Yeah, you got some issues there. So
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Something's going on, and I don't know. Has it always been going on, and this is just the breaking point? I don't know.
that's what it kind of feels like, is that if Phelps is saying like they treated me like a piece of meat for the entire time that I was
That's
competing,
true. Yeah.
like that makes me feel like it's been a continuing issue, but nobody's really spoken up about it. They've just gone with the flow. And I think people now are just fed up. So
Yeah. I mean, well, hold on. Can we like back up? Like this all started with what? Like they didn't perform well. USA Swimming didn't perform well
Yeah, so
at
they just had world championships
Mhm.
like 2 weeks ago, last week or 2 weeks ago. And so after that, with how we performed, Lochte posted like a picture of a tombstone with people
Uh-huh.
mourning around it. And on the tombstone, it read USA Swimming. And so then Phelps reposted it and said
Uh-huh.
maybe this is the wake up call that they need. So, which
Yeah.
I, I mean, they they built what American swimming was,
Yep.
and yeah, it just
They were the guys for a long time.
yeah.
Anyway,
But yeah, so swimming,
that's
crazy
that on
drama
that.
happening. Yeah,
Yeah. Anyway, moving on to what we actually were going to talk about today. Um, Midnight Snack. So this is our men's news segment, and big thing that's going on right now with men's sports is preseason football.
we have football. We
We
talked
have
about it
football.
last week. We
Yes.
had the Hall of Fame game last week, which was our first like sample into football back on the
Mhm.
TV. Not the most exciting game, but it was still
No,
football on the TV, which kind of the same thing can be said about preseason games because you're like,
they're not great.
how much do I put into this? Because I'm
Mhm.
watching backups play. But what you get excited for is when rookies that are either trying to make the team or are just trying to get some NFL snaps before the regular season starts, like a couple of the guys we'll get into. Um, they touch the field and you get to see them in their NFL jersey for the first time. So let's start with three notable people that came out of the draft this year. First, Cam Warren. Going to start there because
Always got to start there.
we're Titans fans. So hey, that's
Begrudgingly.
journalism bias right there, but we're gonna go for it. So
Journalism. Yep.
he, Cam Ward finished the night 5 for 8, 67 yards, 0 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. So that stat line, you look at it, you're like, oh, that's not great. But if you look at the first drive where they had a 3 and out, he had a wide receiver that was across the line of like the first down line. Ball hits him in the chest. He drops it, and they end up not converting, which means they're punting. So that was the three and
Mhm.
out on the first drive. So I think if you take that away, he was perfect on the night. Like the second drive that they went out there, which is where the majority of those stats came from, he hit Ridley 3 different times for multiple huge pickups, which to me was exciting to see because we've been hearing all offseason about him and Calvin Ridley have been building a relationship. They're going to dinner together. They're inviting each other into each other's homes. Really
Oh my
like,
gosh,
hey,
friends.
if yeah, if you're going to be the guy, you're going to be my leader. We're going to build this connection not only on the field but off the field as well. Which
Mhm.
I'm excited. You didn't hear about that with Will Levis last year. You know, like I think he invited people over to have some mayonnaise at some point. Nobody really showed up.
You have got to chill with the mayonnaise.
Listen,
You've got to chill.
yeah.
You will not let the mayonnaise go.
I won't. I won't. I appreciate that Levis leaned into it and did the Hellman's mayonnaise commercials last year, but I mean, if you're going to be the mayonnaise spokesperson, you got to step up and do a good job.
It's a big it's a big responsibility being the
It
mayonnaise
is.
spokesperson.
It's a big title. You know,
Yeah.
I can't say that in my lifetime I've seen anybody else be a mayonnaise spokesperson. One of a kind. One of a kind.
Okay.
Speak, yeah. Speaking of Will Levis, just take a sidetrack. He did have surgery officially, and that he posted a picture of what his shoulder looked like. Kind of makes sense why he played bad last year. It looked pretty gnarly. So
What was it?
he like had a like dislocated, and it looked like something was like torn up there potentially.
Did he
Uh,
play with that last season?
yeah, that happened early on, and he, I guess, said, "No, I'm good. I'll go out there and play." I think because at that point he was trying to like, no, if I leave and I don't play the rest of the season, I'm confirming that I will not be the starter next year. So
That's true. Okay. Well,
he kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place there.
yeah. It was gnarly looking, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm. All
But
right, so
all
back
right,
on track here.
back
Other
on track.
rookies that had notable performances. Shedeur Sanders was not only the main quarterback for the Browns, but as far as I saw, he was the only quarterback that really suited up to play for the Browns this week. Um,
Yeah.
why is that? Why is that important? Well, the Browns have 5 quarterbacks on staff right now. So,
Wild.
yeah, Shedeur got the highlight. If I had to guess, Flacco is still going to be the starter this year, with maybe Sanders being the backup because Sanders looked pretty good. 14 for 23, 138 yards, and 2 touchdowns, which involved him threading the needle between 2
He
defenders
did,
for one
and
of
that
those
was quite
touchdowns.
impressive. I will say that was quite impressive. I don't understand why nobody else like suited up. Is
Yeah,
that the right?
I guess because like it's preseason. Sure, you've got both offense players and defense players that are trying to make the team, so they're gonna, work really hard at it. But at the same time, um, kind of expecting that like hopefully there's no injuries, so
Yeah.
Sanders
I
should be
don't
able to
know.
start and finish the game.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
know, but yeah, so
I don't
Sanders
know.
popped
Thought it was
off.
odd.
He had multiple really nice plays.
He
And
did.
really, I think the only play that you could really knock him on was at the very beginning of the game when he had he scrambled 20 yards behind the line of scrimmage and then threw it away before getting hit. So that was a bad
Yeah.
look. A lot of accounts jumped on posting that and saying welcome to the NFL, but he turned it around pretty good after that. So
Yeah. Yeah.
so and then the Browns ended up just destroying in that game. So I don't remember what the final score was, but I want to say they won by like 30.
Are you looking it up?
Yeah, my bad. They won by 20. They won
You
30
liar.
30 to 10. So the 30 was in there.
I see. I see.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
All right. So yeah, Shedeur Sanders. He looked good.
Quite impressive. Quite
He's at least
impressive.
he's making a team, you know? Like which brings up the question, what do they do with Dylan Gabriel, who also had the Browns? You trade
I don't
him? Do you just cut him?
listen, Joshua. I don't think any of us could guess what the Browns are going to do with their
No.
5 quarterbacks. Okay.
Yeah.
So wait and see. I don't know what else to tell you right now. None
I
of
was
it
talk
makes sense.
it doesn't. And that's Browns football, baby. Never makes sense. What I was talking about with somebody yesterday, which I think is pretty funny, is that when Myles Garrett said he wanted out, but then signed a $40 million contract extension, one of the things he said in that press conference was that he liked the plan that and the vision that the Browns had for the future of the program. Um, I
This
just
is
want
the
to
plan.
know, yeah, at what point when they said that we're going to have 5 quarterbacks on staff and no true starter, what part of that plan he was like, sign me up?
I don't know. You hope that the goal we were talking about this I think yesterday. You hope that the reason that they have 5 quarterbacks is that they're truly trying to find like their franchise guy and then like building a team around that. Right?
That's
Like is that what we're hoping is happening here? Not that we're Browns fans, so it doesn't really matter to us, but
No, but I mean, that's got to be what it is. It's like, it's a coin flip. Like, you're looking at the talent that Shedeur Sanders shows, and you're like, okay, there's potentially a future there with him, but you've got all
yeah,
the extracurricular stuff. So, like, his entrance when he came in to play the preseason game, he had a whole posse around him. He's got a huge speaker, he's playing his own music. So,
right.
it's like, you get that where, I mean, you look at like the most successful quarterbacks like Tom Brady, you know, best quarterback that we've seen in the last generation. He was
Allegedly.
nothing like that. So like if you're leadership from a team and you're looking at like, okay, I want to build a new program, I need a guy
Yeah.
to be like the head, the staple of that. You look at what was been successful in the past. Not saying that what Shedeur won't be successful simply because he walks in with a speaker. That's not what I'm saying at all. What I'm saying is that they're just looking at who has been the best quarterbacks in the past, how did they handle themselves. Maybe that's what we should be looking for. Um,
Uh-huh.
so I think they're trying to find that. But yeah, I think you get Joe Flacco in the building. One, because he was really good for you guys 2 years ago. Two, he's a leadership person. He's won a Super Bowl in the past. He can teach the younger guys how they should like NFL quarterbacks,
Uh-huh.
and how they should go about game planning and everything like that. I think you get both Dylan Gabriel and you get Shedeur Sanders out of the draft because you see potential with both of them. And It's a coin flip. We'll get them in the building, see who performs better. I just don't know what you do with which one you decide doesn't make the cut because I don't know. That's hard.
I don't know.
At this point, it feels like every other team's figured out their quarterback situation. So, like, I don't, I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. Um, and then you got Kenny Pickett, which he won a Super Bowl last year. Uh, he he was on the he took snaps in the Super Bowl. And then Tyler Huntley. That's where I'm kind of confused.
None of it makes sense, Joshua.
Yeah. So Browns football, it's keeps you on your toes, keeps you guessing.
Anyway.
Two more notable rookie experiences. Travis Hunter officially took the field last night, played snaps on both sides of the ball. Nothing really crazy occurred during the game. He had 2 catches. He was 2 for 2 on the night for a total of 9 yards. Both routes that he ran were pretty similar, just out and across the middle, and then tried to do a switchback to the other side. But I mean, 2 completions, showed his hands. He had a missed tackle on one of the defensive snaps, but he's only going to get better the more he does this. So get the yips out, golfing quote there. Get the yips out early in the preseason and then show up in the regular season. Just not against the Titans because we're in the same division.
Of course not.
Yeah.
Why would he? Yep.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Maybe he'll get a cold that night and just can't. Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
But finally, I would argue the biggest moment of the weekend
thus true.
Far in preseason. We had a 70-yard field goal from a rookie.
Wild.
Historic. That's never been done.
Just like unnecessary?
Insane. I mean, crazy. So, yeah.
Yeah, that was. Are you going to tell him who it was?
Cam Little. Little for the Jacksonville Jaguars. He also had a 52-yarder during this game, which
potatoes.
It's crazy to think that like a decade ago we were like, 50-yarder, that's insane. And now we've got guys hitting 70-yarders in preseason, like nuts. So he's a rookie. He's out of Arkansas. I will personally be drafting him in my fantasy football leagues this year just to see. Like, crazy.
Crazy.
But yeah, so that pretty much sums up men's sports for this week. The baseball happened. Shohei is the fastest in Dodgers history to get to 40 home runs. Took him like 117 games. But besides that, I think that's really the main notable thing here.
Hey, here's a fantasy question for you. If you draft Travis Hunter, do you get credit for all of his plays? You know what I mean? Because like you would draft him as a wide receiver, but then would you also get
that's a good question. Yes, I feel like you have to, right?
No, because actually I don't think so, because you would have to also draft him as a defensive player.
Yeah,
right?
but most leagues you aren't drafting individual defensive players unless you have it set up that way.
Oh, I don't know.
Let's see. Yes, in a typical fantasy football league, two-way players earn fantasy points for both their offensive and defensive contributions.
Because this happens so often. Has it? He's like the second person ever to do this, right?
He's not the only. No, Dion played both ways.
I said the second person ever to do it.
So there's been other people in the past that have taken a few snaps both ways.
Okay, just not like
yeah, just not to this level. Okay. So like Darius Butler, right? He played 9 seasons in the NFL. He came from UConn. He played both ways when he was at UConn playing football. And then when he got into the NFL, they were basically like, you got to pick one way or the other. But I still think a couple games in his 9-year career, he took a couple snaps both directions, but it's not. But yeah,
Well, it'll be interesting to see how that affects fantasy.
it will be interesting.
It
Let us know. Drop the
it's
comment
12.
below. Who are you drafting first round draft pick this year? Let us know.
I have I have no plan. I should probably develop a plan. Do you have a plan?
Uh,
You're in 4 leagues, right?
I am in 4 leagues.
That is far
Yes.
too much. That is far too much.
Well, it was I'm in a work league. I'm in a league that we started in undergrad. I'm in an auction draft league, which I find to be really fun. For those
Who's
that have
leading that one?
that's Terrell's, and then I've
Is that
got
not the same as your college one?
no, that's just a regular one. Are you talking
Is it not the
groups?
same people?
No, it's Brown House. The one from undergrad is Brown House. The auction draft is different. Yeah.
4 leagues. It's
Four
too
leagues.
much. I will struggle to keep up with 1 league.
My goal is to try and draft the same team for each, like all four.
But then you don't optimize your like winning chances, you know?
That's fair, but it optimizes my setting of players every week
Your
and
ability to, yeah.
my amount of research that I need to
True.
do on individual matchups and
But
whatnot.
also the likelihood that you're going to get the exact same players is not because somebody else like it's like
Yeah,
okay,
it
good luck with that.
it'll be a task.
Good luck with that.
Because it's always interesting. Like every draft handles players differently. So like the Brown House group, they prioritize running backs really early on. So you feel like you have to draft running backs in the first 2 rounds, but then most other leagues prioritizes wide receivers more because you have a chance to earn bigger plays off of them. So you have to draft wide receivers early on in the draft. So it's always interesting
Good.
strategy wise how you balance that. So yeah, with that being
Good
said,
luck.
let's roll this in. We've had our midnight snack.
To girl dinner. So this is our women's news segment. Hasn't been a super busy week. Got a few things to talk about though. Paige Bueckers was out this week against the Liberty due to a back injury. It sounds like she might have pulled a muscle in her back in the game that they played against, I think, Liberty as well a few days earlier. Um, so that's the 7th total game that she has missed this year. So I could not find a timetable of when she plans to return. So I guess
Yeah.
that is still up in the air. Hopefully, it's not too bad of a situation. I saw her sitting on some. Did you see this? Like some pads, like
No.
foam pads, and I was like, "Is this like on purpose, or are you just randomly like sitting on the pads, or like do you need to sit on the pads?"
Should I just like a cushy seat, you know?
Someone commented and was like, is Paige sitting in a booster seat?" That's funny.
I
Um,
I mean, from her standpoint, like you put it down here, 7th game she has missed this season. I don't see why you bring her back because if she's going to be your star player for future
yeah.
seasons, I don't know that this is the season that like you're really gonna make a run at it.
Yeah,
Just
and
with their current record.
she's already a front runner for Rookie of the Year. Um,
Makes sense.
so I don't know. You don't want to overplay her, but you also like I don't know. Don't want her to miss too many where that goes into jeopardy. I don't think it would. Well, I don't
To go back to reference a previous episode that we've done, she's got a ton of play time this season
know.
in the
Yeah,
games that she is playing in.
yeah. She's playing
So
like almost 40. I think her average was like 38 minutes or something.
yeah, that's pretty insane. So
Crazy.
yeah,
Well, also I couldn't find any updates on Caitlin Clark, so it sounds like she's still in the same
Ripper
status.
Ripperuski.
Um, so the Fever, in addition to Caitlin Clark being out, they have 2 other players now out. Sydney Colson and Ari McDonald are out. It looks like it says they're out for the rest of the season.
Oh,
Um,
that's serious.
they both got injuries against in their 95-60 loss to the Phoenix Mercury.
That's
So
tough.
Coulson tore her left ACL in the first quarter, ouch, and McDonald broke a bone in her right foot in the fourth, out of the fourth frame.
That
Fourth
is
quarter.
absolutely brutal.
Yeah. So I think that it says, I think they don't have any true point guards now, with Caitlin Clark also being out.
Yikes.
So
That's that's a predicament because our whole thing was that like, hey, if there's no reason to rush Caitlin back if they can make it to the playoffs, but if you
yeah,
like if you don't have a team to put on the court, you're probably not going to make it to the playoffs. That's rough.
yeah. Um, there's nothing else to say there other than that is rough.
Yeah.
uh, I hope they figure it out.
You could say they're in the dog days right now, because it's so rough.
The dog days are not over for them. Okay, so moving on. One other WNBA injury update. Napheesa Collier will also be out at least 2 weeks with an ankle injury. Um, yeah, they and now so another one bites the dust. The Lynx are now missing their one of their star players. So good luck to them
Yeah.
as the season is winding down. And then we have one other. I guess it's a WNBA update. I don't even know what to call this. The sex toy scandal that is plaguing these WNBA games. We've got a development. So it looks like it is a crypto group that has organized these incidents, stunts, at the WNBA game. So it's a crypto coin that was created, I think it was like, I don't know, the day before the first event started.
Yeah.
Um, and so the whole idea, the whole reason that they've been doing these stunts is to market their, like, advertise their crypto coin, their cryptocurrency, which is super messed up. Um,
That's wild.
I saw quotes from people in the group saying they were just trying to jump on the hype of the WNBA to like make the coin pop off, but that's not tasteful.
It's
I guess.
also
Yeah.
just have to reference the story that we are reporting on right now. It, not like from a made up source. This was posted by multiple news outlets.
Yeah, no, this is real. This is
Yeah.
I'm not this is 100% real. Look it up yourself. Look up the name of the coin too, because I don't want to say that. I'm not going to say it.
No, that's fair.
Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
so yeah, I guess the group didn't think it was a big deal because like this isn't the first time one of these objects has been thrown onto the court or field of a game. But let's preface that with saying that in the past, it's been on like this was a thing for the Buffalo Bills games for a while.
Yep.
Throwing it onto the field of a men's sporting event is very different from throwing it onto a WNBA court.
That's fair.
Like, it's not the same thing, bro. Don't. It's not the same. It's not the same. So I just think it's messed up. It's really disgusting that they're trying to profit off of the WNBA is finally like exploding. It's finally growing, and like this just group of weird men on the internet is doing this.
Might be women. We don't know.
It might be.
Probably dudes.
You're right.
Probably dudes, but
So that's all I'll say
yeah.
on that.
Yeah. All right. Will that do it for
Anything
girl
else?
dinner?
I think it will. I think it will.
Right. Who's your MVP of the week for this week?
My MVP of the week. What is it? It could easily be any of the four rookies that we talked about. But I think I'm going to say Cam Little just because 70 yards is crazy as a
Yeah.
rookie. And adding the fact that it's as a rookie in the preseason is even crazier. Like, just kind of unnecessarily crazy. Like,
Listen, I like your answer so much that's what my
you're gonna
answer is.
copy me?
Yeah, Cam Little. I mean, 70-yarder
Yeah,
in your first preseason game as an NFL player. That is a welcome to the league. I
absolutely
am
insane.
here message right there.
That's a mic drop moment right there.
Yeah. I mean, that's insane.
Yeah, yeah.
We'll put it this way. Um, he kicked it farther than Cam Ward threw it for the whole game.
I was gonna ask, like, I was gonna say I'm surprised you didn't pick Cam Ward just to pick Cam Ward, but
You got to go with the guy that kicked the
yeah,
70-yarder. That's
yeah.
yeah, game respects game. You know.
Yeah. Are you saying that you have game?
Yeah, like if you put me out there for maybe a 5-yarder, I got it.
I don't. I don't think so.
You never know.
Did you ever
If I
like
if I
play
just
soccer?
if I just hadn't hurt my back in high school, I
Uh-huh.
could have gone pro.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Like all the other every
Yeah.
anyway.
No,
Anyway,
I did play soccer at one point in my life. I think I played for like 2 seasons, but I was a rather husky toddler. Um, so
husky little boy.
I couldn't run very fast. So I was the goalie, and I didn't understand that as a goalie, I'm supposed to like get the ball back to my team. My goal was to see how far I could kick the ball. So I would try and kick it from my goal into the other goal, which was not great for team play.
That doesn't surprise me even a little bit.
I just wanted to kick the ball as far as I could. Which, Paps, if you're watching this, why didn't you sign me up to be a punter in football at some point if you just
You weren't allowed to play football, I thought.
I
They didn't
wasn't,
want
but
you
if
getting hurt.
if you're the punter, nobody touches you, you know? Your whole job's just to kick the ball. And as long as your special
Did you
teams
kick
unit
it
around you,
far though?
yeah, I could kick it pretty far. It was the direction that was my issue with it. So,
Well, aiming is the big thing with
yeah, but you practice. Practice makes perfect. Get there. Anyways, yeah, if I had, if just hadn't hurt my back, probably could have gone pro. So,
probably.
yeah,
Probably. You know
that's the
what?
moral of that.
It's never too late.
That's true. Yeah.
It's never too late.
All right. Tune back in next week where I'm on an NFL team. Quick,
Okay. See y'all
quick
later.
weekly development. Bye bye.